Hey, if you're finding me for the first time.
If you're finding me for the first time, this is the Monday Live podcast.
All right. If you guys are catching this live show after the fact, be sure to check in the comments section / description box for all the time codes, other stuff that we will be talking about today. Pretty casual show. We'll be talking about Danny's little weekend adventure of job shadowing me while I'm shooting a wedding. We're going to talk about a little bit about PhotoCon LA and our RX100 Mark VI impressions. We'll do a little bit of Q&A, and then we will be announcing the giveaway of the Peak Design Sony Alpha strap 5 minutes before the show ends, so around 7:55. So if you're here for the giveaway, sit tight, have fun with us on a Monday live show.
If you don't know me already, I go by that one.
That is the joke.
I love the inside jokes, man. It's amazing. Garbatrage is a new one. We'll talk about that later.
Garbatrage. There we go. Garbatrage. What is going on, everybody? Wilson is in the house. Chris Barr. Can't wait for this to kick off tonight. Chris Dye says hello. Jason, you got some new gear? I don't think I got anything new. Mohammed is in the house. Brian, no. Mohammed says 240 at the UK. Hello. Wales says 334 in France, but still present. Thanks for joining in. Anybody who was in the European region. Well, UK is not really Europe, right?
Well, the other side of the globe.
They Brexited or something. Well, anyways, appreciate you from the other side of the world for joining in, even though it's super late. Eli's in the house. Welcome back, Jason. Rodell Photo. What is up, JP? Rodell says, sick haircut at that one camera guy. I was going to get a haircut today, too. See, because this side here is getting really long, but my barber wasn't going to be in until like 1 p.m. today, so couldn't get a haircut. But tomorrow I will.
There you go.
Jason says, that one tall camera guy. I do nudge TV. Hey bro, I from Mexico. Thanks for joining us.
What's up?
I do nudge TV says thanks for 50. Congratulations on 50K. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't know who that's for.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What'd you say?
I don't know which one. I also thanks for I also made the 50K. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's like, oh yeah, me too. Soft plug, me too. Yeah, Danny hit 50K. Was it on Thursday or Friday? Congrats to Danny, that one camera guy. This guy right here made a which 24-70. You should buy it. And he jumped like 30-some K views on that video, and they brought him over the 50K.
You just gotta throw in. If you don't know me already, I go by that one camera guy.
You're finding me for the first time. Go well. Longest hashtag.
Long time coming, man. Finally.
50K. How's it feel, Danny, though? How does it feel?
What's up, man?
How does it feel to have 50K followers?
It just feels. It doesn't feel like it. To be honest, I'm appreciative, but it's just like you just keep going. You know, It's just you're just thankful for where you're at, and then you just kind of feel like, okay, I just got to keep putting out content. I mean, that's how it is.
Yep. Sydney also crossed 50K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the Asians are crossing 50K. You know, so.
Zed Pro's almost there, so. Oh, Peter Gregg's in the house? Peter Gregg. Is that Peter Gregg? Peter Gregg?
Peter Gregg!
He needs to get to 50K himself.
I love you, Peter Gregg. I love you.
Dude, the Christmas room.
The Christmas
all the time.
I love his positive attitude. Richard Simulang. What was that?
No, you're good, man. Keep going.
Richard Simulang, how do we enter for the giveaway? We closed it off now. We've already closed it off since last night. So the way to enter the giveaway was to leave a comment in the giveaway video with a Instagram handle and proof of subscription. That's pretty much it. We'll be announcing the giveaway tonight, 7:55, 5 minutes before the show ends. And more giveaways are coming. So definitely this won't be the last giveaway. Let's see here. Fry by Francis. Hello from California, Irvine. Joshua says he's from Las Vegas. Hashtag Danny 50K from Jason.
Thank you, man.
Do Not TV says visit Cancun, my bro. I would love to. Fly by Francis says I'm about to take a final right now. Good luck with that. Hope you slay that final.
Just go in there super confident. There was one time I was in college. It was like a thermodynamic class or heat transfer for like engineering. I didn't study. I wasn't sure. And I was like, I think it was like second time I was taking it because I dropped it the first time. I just went in there. I didn't know anything else doing. I just was calm. I just wrote whatever on the paper and I got like a B. I was like,
nice.
Dicey times.
Okay.
Anyway. Where's the JPEGs and the RAWs?
Sergey, hey from Shanghai again. How are you tuning in from Shanghai? I thought Jason Vong and that one camera guy is banned in China. So, Cefe, here from Santa Cruz County. Peace. Where is the vest?
It's right. It's right there.
Hang up. There. Danny's got to put it on and pull out a potato.
Oh, shit. I didn't get the potato, unfortunately.
Ouch. Not in time for the potato live. D. UK isn't part of Europe. I feel like everyone's going to make fun of my geography by as the show goes on.
Look, we got Oreo from Italy. We got Latchman from Guyana. Now we're getting people from all over the world.
Dude, we're like international right now. Let's see here.
So those that are in the chat, we're going to start the show very, very soon. Again, we were still in the pre-show mode, so that's why we're just looking at the chat. Lex is like, try not to drop your camera, Danny. I completely agree.
You dropped your camera again?
Oh no, it was from. I guess they're still talking about the RX100
incident.
Who got the final vote for the vest? Please go to Jason's Instagram account and vote on my photo. I would appreciate it. I am behind by 5 points. I am behind by 5 points for the vest.
Yeah, so if you guys saw the thumbnail before the show, it's me and Danny in a vest, and I put a vote on Instagram. So find me at Jason V Media on Instagram, and you will see a vote. Who wore it better? Who wore the vest better? So far, it's still 50-50. I'm leading by 4 votes, though.
Doesn't matter. It's only the percentage is all that matters. It's
50-50. I don't know. Danny's got that dashing smile. That model smile. Okay. It is 7 o'clock. Guys, welcome back to another Potato Live. We want to thank you guys for joining us on another awesome show. We got a lot to talk about today. Actually, do we have any news to talk about today, Danny?
As far as like the equipment stuff, there is a new lens from Rokinon that they finally unveiled it. Obviously, there were some leaks. The Rokinon 24mm f2.8 FE. Very interesting lens. It's very small and compact size. It's retailing for $399. However, my recommendation for those of you that are looking for this compact lens is maybe just wait on it a little bit. But we can chime in a little bit about that. But,
for sure. And we'll be talking about Danny's adventure of job shadowing me at a wedding this weekend. So that'd be interesting.
And experience with the Tamron lens again.
Oh,
that nightmare. So yes, to give a little preview, I was using our lovely Tamron 20-75, and I had a very wonderful experience using that job shadowing Jason Vong, and I hope you can read the sarcasm from me.
No, it was fantastic, Danny. I thought you had a great time.
Oh,
why is all my shot out of focus, by the way? We'll talk about. We'll definitely talk about that. We're gonna discuss a little bit more about the Sony RX100 Mark VI. We definitely want to hear your guys' opinion on it. So we hope you have a chance to have watched my vlog and Danny's first impressions on the RX100 Mark VI. If you haven't got a chance yet, you can take the time right now. Check it out both on our channel. That one camera guy. Leave the chat running in the background because we're going to be spending about 15 minutes talking about NEWGEAR. And for those of you who are here to get the giveaway announcement, the winner announcement, we'll be doing that 5 minutes before the show ends. So roughly around 7:55, 5 minutes before the show ends. So 5 minutes before 8 o'clock. So let's go ahead, get the show started. Starting off with NEWGEAR, hashtag NEWGEAR. Let us know what new piece of equipment that you picked up over the week. So let's start off with you, Danny.
All right, so I got some stuff that came in. I got this because Jason you use these, right? The Tiffins.
Oh snaps! When did you get that?
It just came in today. It's a Tiffin variable ND filter, 82 millimeters. I just got some step down rings. I guess that's the proper name for it or something, right? So I also got some step down rings.
Oh my goodness!
I'll use it for my video. I'm that person that just cranks up my shutter speed, but I kind of want to elevate it up to the Jason Vong status of quality to get that ND filter look and make sure my video looks smooth and looks like 24p, not jittery. So I definitely picked that up. I picked up the Dangerous Peak Design straps. These, I know they're if you want to get if you do have the older ones, they'll send you them. But I like these because they fit right into the hook on the Sony E-mount cameras. So I picked up a pack of these.
I thought you had to replace those. The new ones are the one that needs to be replaced.
I know that's exactly. I literally bought the Dangerous once again, but it's fine. And then I'll get some replacement ones too. But I have a bunch. I have a bunch of cameras anyway, and then a second remote. One of these. What is that? Photo. It's just a little remote. I have one already. I just wanted to pick up a second one. One of these.
Okay, very cool.
And that's it. I think that's all the little knickknacks that I have picked up.
Cool.
On
so
my
just really
end.
quickly, the Peak Design anchors, they had a recall, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can go to their website.
Yeah.
And you could just type in how many units that you had originally purchased, I believe, from the previous model. Fill it out, submit it, and they send you a replacement. That's it. You don't have to. I don't think you have to send anything back or anything like that. Other than I think they recommend you not to use the old ones.
Cool.
So if you do have any Peak Design straps, please go to their site and get that filled in so you can get yours. So, yeah. They're not really checking how many you personally purchased, so just be honest and request the amount that you purchased. It'll be good.
I'm gonna need like 100 of those.
It's obviously because we can do giveaways, right? With the
who needs Peak Design anchors giveaway? What did I get? I don't.
Oh, and I also got that. I totally forgot.
Oh, the photography. Put it on. Put it on, Danny.
I got this. My little vest here. Got a little press section there. I think I'm regretting. I think I should have got the one with the better airflow, man. But I think I'll use it more for like the football season when I'm shooting sports. Really, ideally for me, the reason why I wanted it was just for usage because I like to pack in other items in here as I'm out on the shoot because I'm either switching out lenses or, it's really nice just to be able to pocket another camera in here or even a Gorilla Pod when I'm shooting YouTube videos. So, but yeah, it was $50 off at the Photocon LA. So I got it for $50 and it retails for $100. So there you go.
Let's see. What's the statistics right now? Oh man, Danny's beating me by one person, one vote.
Yes.
That's just such a hilarious photo.
Just make it a tie between me and Jason.
All right. I voted for Danny. No,
Jason, didn't you also get an A7? I'm just kidding.
I did. Okay, so I did a snap. Okay, so hashtag NEWGEAR, not really my NEWGEAR, but a friend of mine couldn't really make it to Photocon LA, and they were selling the Sony A7 III there. And as you guys know, it's been incredibly difficult to get one in your hands because they've been selling out everywhere, sold out everywhere. It's back order on B&H Photo, Adorama, your local camera store. You may get lucky with your local camera store, but it's incredibly difficult to find nowadays. So, a friend of mine, a buddy who works at Sony, was like, "Hey, let your followers know that we'll have some Sony A7 III in stock at Photocon, so let them know to come out to pick up the camera." So, a friend of mine couldn't make it, but he wants to buy the A7 III, so I went ahead and bought it for him, and he paid me back, obviously. But yeah, that's the little story behind the Instagram story right there.
Nice.
As for myself, I don't think I really bought anything.
Or did you get anything sent to you for review or anything like that? You can share yet? Like the A7S. I mean, not that. Never mind.
Oh, the A7S III. You know, the cops had a lot of explaining to do to the cops that found us over the weekend. So yeah, nothing from me. So
Okay.
let's just go ahead and move on to the chat really quick and see
Okay.
what the new peeps got. So people want to talk about Danny's height.
I'm 4 feet tall.
4 feet tall. That makes me like what, 2 feet tall? Brandon, can't pronounce your last name. Sorry, Gadaji. Just picked up the Sony RX100 Mark V. Very nice.
Not a bad way to go.
Nice. Good stuff. We'll talk about that. Definitely have comparisons between the 5 and the 6. Premiere reviewer. Hashtag NEWGEAR Zoom F1 recorder.
That's that little deck, I think, that little system there. Awesome. Rai Uemura, NEWGEAR A7 Mark III and the FE50 millimeter f1.4. I'm assuming that's the Sony Zeiss.
Nice.
You got there.
Chris Dye has a question. We'll definitely answer the questions closer to the Q&A portion of the show. GFF Matt says, hashtag NEWGEAR Peak Design View Pouch arrived today. Ooh.
Is that like an insert or is that's in the actual bag?
Yeah, that's the little pouch, like the little fanny pack.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So what are you going to be putting inside of the fanny pack? I actually sold mine to a friend. She wanted a few pouches, so I sold her mine. Haven't been using it. We just got a super chat donation. Someone's paying me to rig the giveaway.
If you want to rig the giveaway, just go ahead and drop a donation and super chat.
Guys, I won't rig the giveaway unless I'm being given $100 on the. Just messing, guys. Just messing. It's gonna be fair.
Unless you get Mr. Beast to go onto your channel and he drops $1,000 and then disappears.
Danny repaid me $1,000 on the side, so he's gonna win. Seffi says 1999. I know it's not a whole lot, but good for some coffee. It's on me. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that.
Thanks for dropping that, man.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? AOJO Photography, Adrian. NEWGEAR Glow Easy Lock Deep Parabolic Quick Softbox 36-inch and the Zoom magnetic lens and filter adapter. Very nice.
Cool. Christian Murillo, NEWGEAR Polar Pro Quartz Zline ND PL filter. Amazing color rendition.
Yep, I got a chance to use those too. Those are awesome. They're dope.
Cool.
Hashtag NEWGEAR from Jason. Renting out the 12 to 24 to try out. Need a wide zoom and don't have the Vong money to go to the 16 and 35.
Ramon Brito. I picked up the Laowa 15f2. Is that the non-distortion one? I'm thinking the 15f2. That one's a really nice lens. If that's the one I'm thinking about. It says I'm looking forward to using it in Iceland. Also got the wine camera filter kit.
Law Atienza, NEWGEAR. All right, Rock and Roller R12 multi-cart. You let me know.
Is that the one you have?
For you. That's the one I have. The one you were rolling at the wedding.
Oh, dude. When Jason pulled that out of his car, so I was shadowing it. I know we're going to talk about it later. We were just like, why do you need a cart? And then he loads up all the stuff in it. And I'm like, hey, I know why. It's so helpful.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, is that really necessary? And he saw my first shooter like carrying like 10 tripods in her hands. And I was like, that's why. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Jason says, hashtag Vest is pro. That is true.
Nice.
I need you guys to convince Vivian to let me buy a photographer vest.
No.
It is, just think about it. At weddings, I can pull out an extra SD card, extra battery, a charger, another point and shoot camera. Like you can fit like bootleg DVDs inside. That's how amazing they are.
There's some other brands too, Jason. So there's like from Low Pro and other ones. So there might be some better ones.
Peak Design needs to come out with a vest.
No.
Peak Design chimes in chat. We're here. We're listening.
Joshua Carino, hashtag NEWGEAR. I didn't pick up any NEWGEAR because I'm broke.
LOL. Chris Barr says, I use a fishing vest. Works great. I think I had one a long time ago. It's good stuff. All right.
Michelle
Michelle Sohn, NEWGEAR A7 Mark III, 1635 G Master, 100/400 G Master, extra battery and camera card, and a Cheetah 26-inch softbox. Wow. That 100/400 is fire, as Jason says.
Michelle's gas is strong. Dang, 100/400 too? Jeez.
Not messing around with that.
Yes.
You're not messing around.
Indeed, the 60 and 35 is pretty fire. Chris Barr voted for Danny. Danny's looking pretty dapper with that vest. John Louis Imperial.
Riddell Photo, Zoom H1 after at Jason Vong's video of how to save your wedding career.
Hey, that's how you do it. Richard, hashtag NEWGEAR. This guy right here, the red hydrogen.
Web Weaver says, I need like 10 USB ports for photo editing. Was that for something else? I didn't catch that. I don't know.
How many things are you transferring that you need 10 USB ports for?
Sometimes you got to have 10 cameras connected, right?
RX0.
JP Cassiano, NEWGEAR, new Sigma 50mm f1.4 E mount being delivered tomorrow.
Oh,
fire. Where are you like located at? Because a lot of places they don't. Well, I don't know about a lot of places, but B&H Photo, for example, but I don't have it. I do have a rental coming in for that though, so I'm going to take a look at that.
Z Pro Media, hashtag Best Bros. I want to see a photo of your vest, Lee.
Oh, he has one?
Unless he's talking about us, me and you, Best Bros. I didn't buy one because Vivian was like, you look terrible in it.
I didn't say that.
Now my feelings were so hurt. AB positive Bodog, hashtag NEWGEAR Benro Slim aluminum tripod. It was good seeing you, AB positive Bodog.
I saw him buy that because Zuyun ran out of gimbals for him, and so he bought them.
Yeah, someone was asking me like, should I buy the Smooth 4? I'm like, yes. Arno Galanado, hashtag NEWGEAR B4 Advanced Alpha Edition 20-75 Tamron. You made a mistake right there. And the DJI Ronin S pre-order. Gas Gods took over. Awesome.
You mean Jason's influence?
Jason's bad influence.
13th Dilemma, NEWGEAR. What's going on, man? Sony 28mm f2. Let's see. Lex Chavez, can't believe Jason took my 85mm.
He's like, hey, I'm missing my 85. I was like, took it.
Is he the one we met over there?
Yeah, we met at a PhotoCon. Cool. All right, we're gonna read off a few more really quickly, and then we're gonna jump right into the show. So Patty443, hashtag NEWGEAR, Peak Design Everyday Backpack 30L, John Louis Imperial, Moment Wide Lens, and a photo case for the iPhone X.
Chase Cobb, NEWGEAR replacement hood for a Sony 28-70 kit lens. Jim Penn, new chopsticks to consume all these ramen noodles after buying 2 GM lenses and A7 Mark III in the past year. Very good investment.
That's how you do it.
That's how you got to do it.
John Lee, hashtag NEWGEAR Smooth 4 and the Shimoda Explorer 40. I don't know what that is.
John Hamby picked up the Sigma 16mm for the Alpha 6500 after watching your review. What a fantastic lens. It is a very fantastic lens.
Yes. James Steek, hashtag NEWGEAR Zeiss Loxia 52. Very nice. Hashtag NEWGEAR Godox V862 from Joel Serrano.
John Lee, NEWGEAR Zune Smooth 4 and Shimoda Explorer 40.
Yeah. Jim Penn, hashtag NEWGEAR F Final Cut X and a Capture 111. Okay. All right. Moving out of that Adobe ecosystem, huh?
Jose Martinez, A7 Mark III, Bao Nguyen, Tamron 20-75 f2.8 might return it. Might be a good decision. We'll see.
Zed Pro Media, you guys are Vest Bros. Hashtag Datcore. I wouldn't be caught dead in one. Zed Pro Media said he wouldn't be caught dead in one. Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna invest in some vest. I'll look at some other ones.
Okay.
Michael Mistro. Oh, Michael got rid of his message. Damn it, I didn't get to read it.
Michael's still waiting for us at a PhotoCon.
No, it's sitting here.
All right, guys. So this past weekend on Saturday, actually this weekend, Danny stayed over in LA from wherever he's at. I forgot where he's from, but
don't worry, out in the middle of nowhere.
he stayed with us. He was PhotoCon was happening over the weekend, but we were only able to go Sunday. Saturday, I had a wedding to shoot, and Danny came out to Job Shadow. So be interesting to see what he has to say and what he learned from,
I'll
from
definitely
this wedding shoot. But before we get into that, we got a super chat donation for $9.99. Caleb from DSLR Video Shooter.
What's up, man?
Hot diggity dang. Good evening, gents. Keep up the good work. As leaders of Team Sony, would you invest in Sony glass or Sigma FE?
I'm so honored to be part of the leaders of Team Sony, but I don't know if they want me to be part of that group there. Let's see. That's a good question, though. Between Sony glass and Sigma FE, Jason, from what I understand, there's still no adapters that'll take your Sigma lens, your Sony FE lens to another system right now. If you were to get a Canon EF lens, for example, so Sigma's current Canon EF mounts, or I think even Nikon, right? You can take those to another camera body pretty easily. So if there was a different camera you wanted to use, like a Blackmagic camera or another production camera, you wouldn't be able to adapt your Sony stuff, right? That's the thing I would look at it. The Sony stuff, the way I would look at it, the only reason why I would be specific to getting Sony is primarily for the benefit of pro support. So if you're shooting with Sony stuff and you have pro support, there is an advantage from being able to contact pro support, get a loaner or something. If something happens with your equipment, you can get that kind of quick turnaround time to get it replaced. If you do Sigma, you're going to have to go through Sigma for any repairs or any issues you might have with your lenses. So I don't know. It just depends, Jason. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so if we're just strictly talking about me right now, I've already invested in a whole bunch of Sony glass, so I wouldn't like go and get a Sigma glass. You know, I just want to kind of keep everything within the Sony GMG or Zeiss series, because I already like spent a lot of money on those, so there's no reason for me to pick up a Sigma glass unless there's like a prime lens that doesn't exist from Sony's side and that I really need. But as of right now, there's not really one that particularly
105.
No, I don't need the 105. I already have the 135 f2.8. But for anybody who's again coming into the Sony fresh, you know, getting the Sony A7 III and looking for some inexpensive prime lenses, 35, 50, 85, 135, you know, Sigma is definitely the company that's supplying all of that right now. So they're rolling out pretty slowly, but I think Danny was saying how the 50 and the 85 is already starting to ship. So
some people already have it. Some people already have it in their hands, so it's already out in the wild.
Yeah. So I unfortunately can't comment anything about the autofocus because I haven't gotten my hands on these lenses yet. But from the test video that I did back at NAB, they seem to work pretty well, at least in photo. For video, I still have to test that out. But for the most part, if you're shooting photos, I think those are really good lenses for. Yeah, and you know the Sigma quality is damn good.
If you don't know me already, I go by that one camera guy. Like I said, I am gonna rent out. I did do a rental for the 50, so I'll probably have something out on the autofocus probably Thursday or Friday, maybe.
Yeah. So hopefully I can tag along with Danny and
it's like, David, how you want to use it? Get that review.
Give some tests. You know, I'll be stealing his rental stuff. So DSLR Video Shooter had a follow-up question. Sigma AF any better than adapting? I think that they definitely did improve the autofocus when they made the lens native to the Sony mount. They said it's
some of the videos I've seen, they've been positive. Some folks who've actually shot with it already, it appears to be very, very positive in terms of autofocusing. It doesn't seem to be having the same issues as the Tamron 28-75, but who knows? I don't know for sure. But yeah, they were just primarily shooting photos. The one that I saw was primarily shooting photos, not video. So I don't know how it is with video. There's going to be issues with autofocusing.
Yeah. So cool. So while we're on the topic of the Tamron 20-75, Danny, tell them what happened at the wedding that you assisted / third shoot for us.
So I don't really shoot weddings as a thing. I mean, it's very intermittent if I ever get an occasion to shoot a wedding. The last one I did, I shot both photos and video for it. And so I was doing a lot of hybrid shooting. Kind of stressful having to do those two things at once. But today or on Saturday, I went out. Jason, I guess you're technically like a second shooter for this one, right, Jason? And so, I flexed. I think I was for shooting for some of the stuff. I would consider myself, I was really just there to sort of do BTS for Jason. So because I wanted to observe sort of like how the whole process and how Jason was handling the situation and how he was using his gimbal, because I want to learn, right? So I was just out there shadowing Jason, trying to understand what he was doing. And I brought my Sony a7 III and the Tamron 20-75. Big mistake. But anyway, I I don't know what I was thinking. I was like a complete idiot, because when I remember the video that I did, I only had issues with the Tamron, a little bit with photo, and then for video, it was intermittent. So I had some autofocus issue with video. So I said, you know what, it's probably be fine. I'll go out there, bring the Tamron 20-75. And but anyway, going over that, Jason was showing a lot of new tech. I was seeing use a lot of techniques when he was out there using the gimbal with the Zhiyun crane, and so working with the bride and the groom, and how he's communicating with them and talking to them. So I really enjoyed it. So I got to help him out, monitor some cameras for some shots that they were doing. So I had a really great time out there. Very low pressure on my end. I just had to make sure cameras were rolling. Very, very easy, low stress. So I really appreciated that, just being able to see the whole process go. But Jason, that Tamron lens, man. Oh my God.
Okay, so we had this discussion on our way back from the wedding, and Danny was like, "Man, you really undersold the issue of the Tamron," because while he was shooting with the Tamron, he was like, "Yeah, it's not focusing. I had to mount and remount the lens onto the camera several times throughout the day." And the thing was, even though it worked, even though it fixed the issue temporarily. The thing was, it was temporarily, like it worked, the autofocus worked for a bit, and then after a while, it would stop working. So he was running into that issue that I was running into when I was trying to shoot a wedding with it. I tried to shoot 2 weddings with the Tamron 20-75, and I found it to have gone progressively worse throughout the day as I was shooting. So Danny ran into that issue while he was shooting the BTS for the wedding that he was at with me. So he kind of understands, you got frustrated with the lens, right, Danny?
Oh, I was at the point, I was like making signs of throwing the Tamron lens to the ground and just dropping it, because I was so frustrated. So what happened was, I'd be recording Jason, and then I turn on the camera, get to video mode. Focus is not working, right? Okay, cool. So the turning on, turning off didn't work anymore. It worked before in the past. It didn't work anymore. So Jason said, just unhinge the lens, do this. I did that. It started working. I hit record. Good. I stopped the recording, right? And then I didn't turn off the camera. I see Jason doing something else. I record him again. Focus won't work again. Unlock, relock. Now we're back in business. So I had to do this progressively, like 30 to 40 times. However many times I had to record, that's how many times I did it. And it was... I was starting to regret why in the world I brought this out, because I already sent back the 2470 and the 24105 that I rented out. I really wanted to bring one of those out for this, but I already sent it back. So I figured the 2875 was going to be fine. But to actually shooting this was a big drag. And I was like so mad. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know how bad it was actually putting it in this kind of situation. So
and we were talking about this. It's like, okay, so like a bunch of us, we were like we talk about it on YouTube, we review it, and here's the thing: we probably only used it for like maybe max 1 or 2 hours. We never really took it out to a lot of like a long shoot. So Danny got to experience it for like a 10-hour day with the lens. So he was like, wow, he knew that if that was his only lens, which it almost was, it was almost his only lens, screwed, because he was misfocusing, he was having issues with the lens.
And I recorded some of the bride and groom when they were doing their dance, just to do some test recording, because I had the other ones already rolling. It didn't lock focus. It didn't lock focus properly on the bride and groom.
That's a shame.
I'm just like, again, it was there was other cameras already. It was just me recording some extra stuff, but I was just like, wow. It was really bad.
Well, thankfully, you were third shooting and assisting. So
yeah, like I said, it wasn't many main footage or anything like that. But the kicker is, Jason, here's the thing that's really contemplating my mind, right? You know how, like, for example, David Ulster's in the house. He doesn't have any issues with his, right?
He doesn't.
Right. So my question is, why is it that some lenses have the issue and some don't if they're on the same body? That bothers me, right? So the thing I've been contemplating is I'm probably just going to send the lens back, Jason.
Yeah.
I'll just wait to get another copy later on after they do another rebatch of them. Because here's the thing: if my lens is having, if the lenses are technically all created equal, why is it that I'm having issues with my copy, but not someone else having issues with their copy on the same camera? That either means there's something weird defect going on with my particular lens, and I don't know if a firmware is actually going to do a proper correction. And I would rather just wait until an actual official Tamron 20-75 comes out. That's all solid. So there's some of you out there that have a Tamron 20-75, no issues, which is fine. I mean, if you're not having problems, that's perfect. But I after seeing that the other day, no way, no way.
So in comparison, I was shooting with the 24-70 gimbal, tripod, monopod all day long, and it tracked. The autofocus works flawlessly. And if you guys caught my Instagram story, I gotta give you guys a little snippet of the Bright walking down the aisle. And the 24-70 on the A7 III tracked her so well. It was perfect, right, Danny?
The 24-70?
Yeah, I was tracking the procession.
Jason literally sold me on the 24-70, 100%. I was already thinking about the 24-70 of 2.8 G Master, but dealing with the weight and size, the way the focus was working so smoothly, and even with the Tamron, right? Even when the focus did work, the focus was much slower. It didn't have the same native speed. And then when I saw Jason working with the Sony G Master, and it's not to say like, oh, hey man, plug in the G Master here. It really did. It really showed that the focus was very consistent and smooth and accurate, and definitely worth the money if you're going to pony up for it. Now, again, firmware aside, if the firmware, or it could be a hardware issue, as David Oster might have mentioned, that there's a hardware issue with the lens, or it's a firmware thing, that's a different factor. But like I said, if you're happy with the Tamron, it's the third of the price. That's the reason why there's some that lens, and why it's a great option. But yeah, Jason, that 24-70, man.
Yeah, 24-70.
Fire.
So over the course of the wedding, it's because so let's just turn this into a little fun story. So I was technically the second shooter. My friend Grace was first shooting for this wedding. It's her wedding. She hired me to second shoot. But then knowing Danny was coming over and was gonna do some BTS, and I was like, oh, hold on, Grace. Can I shoot a little gimbal stuff today? So I ended up kind of leading with shooting the romantics on the gimbal with the Zhiyun Crane 2, A7 III, 24-70. And usually whenever I shoot weddings with her as a second shooter, I do what's necessary, just kind of like, just like, I wouldn't say bare minimum, but I do enough, for my position. But for this particular wedding, I did more.
Jason overflexed, basically.
I did way more than I should have. I was just shooting everything. I was like, can I do the gimbal work? And I just pretty much taking the gimbal from her and just like shooting everything with it, because I know like I was on camera.
Jason was doing some amazing techniques. I think he's going to come up with some really awesome names for his Zhiyun, like his gimbal technique movements.
I was doing moves I've never done before, Danny. I was like busting out the jib crane shot. Yeah. I was like pushing in. I was like, these are the shots I've never done.
Jason was flexing that gimbal. I mean, that thing's pretty heavy once you have like the 16-35 or even the 24-70 on that thing. But Jason was definitely flexing, trying out different techniques and showcasing those moves. So hopefully he can get a video out at some point later on.
We'll see if any of those shots are usable.
Oh, they're probably all garbage. I already apologized to Jason. All the stuff I recorded behind the scenes is just trash because of the
hashtag garbageage. Hashtag garbageage. Let me type that out. Hashtag That's the new hashtag, guys. Garbageage. Okay, so I'm gonna put together a little bit of a video this week, talking about doing Gear Talk Thursday. I'll talk about it Gear Talk Thursday about how I love using zoom lenses on the Crane 2. I'm gonna be showcasing some of the footage that we took this past wedding with Danny, and another wedding that I did last week. So I forgot what I was gonna say. So Danny, we were like making stuff up at the spot. We're like, all right, some of these gimbal techniques, we gotta give it some funny names, moves that I want to show you guys. It would be like, I don't know, dragon hunting bridge or something. Lion hopping through the fence to get the shot. I don't know. Like Jason says, hashtag Vong Fu.
There you go, man.
There you go.
That's actually pretty nice. That should be on a shirt. Jason.
Hashtag
Vong
Vong
Fu.
Fu. Yeah, Jason coming out with those fire hashtags.
Jason needs to be paid for those names, man.
That's the thing at the wedding. I just kept saying like, "Oh my god, this is so fire!" I was getting shots. I was like, "Man, this shot is so fire right now." Everyone there was probably like looking at me like I'm crazy.
Like, what are they doing? Sometimes it's weird. So talking about the wedding, so Jason will, when you're communicating with like people that maybe not be shooting with cameras, for example, like the bride and groom or something. Sometimes I'll hear Jason. He'll say things like, "Yeah, we're trying to fix the brightness or the exposure or something like that." Sometimes I wonder, do they even know what you're talking about? And because I'm looking at it from the outside in with like being a teacher, because sometimes you'll say something and I know for sure no one knows what the hell you're talking about, and I'm like, do they actually know what we're saying? But yeah, I forgot what you would say sometimes.
I was like, "Oh, hold on, my highlights are blown out."
Yeah, I'm like, do they even know what you mean by highlights blown out?
I don't know. I was just like, because I sometimes just narrate what I'm doing. I'm just like, all right, my highlights are blown out. Hold on, so shadows are underexposed. All right, we'll read off a few comments, and then we're gonna jump into the RX100 Mark VI. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was glad Danny came out to do a BTS for the shoot. So hopefully, I can still
all garbage, but it's.
I'll see what I can salvage from his out of focus shots. But yeah, there'll be a video of the
second clip.
Did you at least shoot in 120 slow motion?
Yeah. David Elser saying it might be a firmware. It might not be firmware based as far as the issue with the lens. It might be an electronic contact issue, which can't be fixed by firmware. Yeah, it probably might. Darren Miles is in the chat with us.
I was just gonna say that. Darren Miles, sunny Florida.
I love his intro. That's the one thing I really love a lot too. You got to have that thing you own with your YouTube stuff. That phrase. I just love that.
Hey, you're funny me for the first time. I go by that one camera guy. This guy right here. Okay. Dave also says yes, his lens is amazing. Alex Sandoval says QC issue with Yamron.
Yamron.
Let's see here. D says should have just nail focus with manual. I mean, you bought a native lens. You want the autofocus to work. But I mean, that's what I did. That's what I had to do. I had to at some point pull out my small HD focus and use my camera on manual focus. And the thing is, it's fly-by-wire, so it's really hard to control the focus on that lens.
Yeah, and I'm just going handheld, so I didn't have like a monopod, so it just would not even be more convenient. But I know what you mean. I considered the whole manual focus scenario, but I really want to just push the autofocus and see how bad it really was going. So
and someone was saying this, the A7 III has peaking. Yes, it definitely has peaking. So if you're doing sort of manual shots, you can do that. But then again, it's really, really tough to like see the peaking and if your shot's in focus from just the A7 III screen alone, you need something like a small HD focus to really help you out.
Yeah. Jim Penn says that one camera guy, the angry Tamron 20-75 lens owner.
Oh man, you should have seen Danny in the car.
I was fuming. Fuming on our way to the next location, man.
Man, he was saying things that you never picture him saying about the. I'm just kidding.
I was telling him that this lens is beautiful.
Garbageage. Hashtag garbageage. Let's see here. V for Valley says Instagram stories were epic, man. Awesome.
Jason was totally roasting on me. You guys gotta follow those stories if you didn't catch them.
The stories are hilarious. Definitely want to have you back for the next wedding, man. But Danny is like, I'm never coming back, dude. Here's the thing. Danny really came on a good day. He came on a great wedding day. We had a lot of time working with a couple. Photographer was great as well. She scheduled them to have like an hour, like almost like an hour and a half, right? An hour of like photo session. Romantic.
Yeah, that was pretty aggressive. To be perfectly honest, it felt like half the wedding was you guys capturing B-roll for their
video and the photos. And that's okay because like the thing is, every time we have these sort of romantic session with the couples, we only have like 30 minutes at best, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes on the worst days. Having that much time to work with a couple to get the romantic touch, because we always feel like we're lacking the romantic shots at weddings. So I'm so thankful that we have a lot of time to work with it. Danny really came on a good day. It's probably the smoothest wedding that I've done. Everything, I wouldn't say everything ran on time, but the fact that we had so much time to get the shots that we need to set up, it was just a very smooth wedding. So hopefully when Danny comes out for the next one, it'll be hectic. It'll be complete chaos, so you can see the other side of wedding.
I've seen those. It's just, but it's good. You have a small, when you have a team going out there, it's not, super stressful, and can't go wrong with Jason Vong, right?
Can't go wrong.
As long as you got some Vong food, you'll be fine.
I'm a sham. Anyways, let's move on to the next topic. So RX100 Mark 6. So over the weekend, Danny and I, so the next day after the wedding, we went to PhotoCon LA hosted by Sammy's Camera. It was at the Reef in downtown LA, if you guys are familiar with the area. And I really want to thank anybody who has come out to PhotoCon LA, came out and say hi, shook our hands, took a photo with us. We really appreciate it. We love seeing you guys out of these conventions, having fun with you guys, joking with you guys, and just
all lies. I'm just kidding.
Gosh, those people, those loving people who support us. It's great. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
It's great.
We appreciate it. So
it's funny, Jason. It's funny they won't recognize me in the beginning, and then later they'll always recognize Jason first. So they'll go up to Jason, be like, hey, and then he turn around and look. I think I know you. You're that. Just like
no. They were like this. Oh, Jason Vong, right? Yeah. And then they look up. That one camera guy? Well, I didn't imagine you'd be this tall. I almost couldn't recognize you.
I know your other friend. He messaged me later. He's Clark Surrey.
Yeah, Clark.
It's like, dude, I knew I recognized you. He's like, he didn't recognize me before.
It's because you're tall. You give this illusion like you're like average height, but you're taller in real life. So that's a good thing. I'm a manlet in real life. Michael Pierce dropping $10 donation for the camera vest. Appreciate that, Michael. Really appreciate that. Good to hang out with Michael. So let's talk about the RX100 Mark 6. So we got a chance to play with it. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch both our videos on the RX100 Mark 6. But a couple things are confirmed. We still have 5-minute recording limit, 4K. We also it's confirmed that there's no ND filters in the RX100 Mark 6. They removed that. They had that on the RX100 Mark 5, but now on the RX100 6, not so much. We confirmed the variable aperture from 24 millimeter. You're getting about 2.8 at the widest, but once you get out of 24, from 27 to about 40 something millimeters, you're getting about 3.5. After that, around the 50 millimeter range, you're getting a constant aperture of 4.0 all the way to about 106 millimeter. And from then on, it's going to be 4.5 all the way up to 200. What else am I missing, Danny?
Touchscreen. Did we talk about touchscreen already?
We didn't talk about touchscreen. So newly implemented, it's touchscreen. I mean, that's something that I think it was available on the older Sony camera. They brought it back on the A6500. It was kind of laggy, kind of slow. But on the RX100 Mark 6, you can really tell that it's improved. It's very responsive. What else is there? Oh, and the RAW files, unfortunately, is not supported by Lightroom or Capture One yet, so we weren't able to really showcase the RAW photos of the RX100 Mark 6. We tried a lot of different things, but ultimately what we had to do was transfer the low-res photo from the camera to our phone. Not from the RX100 Mark 6. We got home, we realized we can't open the RAW file, so we had to plug it into our our A7 III, and wirelessly transfer the photo to.
That was a stupid mistake. I didn't think about it. It's just like
it was dumb on our part.
No, it's because the thing is, when I got the camera, I think it was on JPEG, and I switched it over to RAW, and I didn't.
So it's your fault.
I was gonna set it to RAW JPEG, but I set it to RAW because remember, I think it originally was set to RAW JPEG, and I was because I wanted to do the burst test, so I didn't want it to like lock up too soon, so I just wanted to shoot RAW, and so yeah. It didn't hit me. I was like, man.
Damn it, Daddy. But
sabotage. Saboteur.
From obviously when we were looking at it, it was pretty sharp. The photos were very sharp. The eye autofocus works extremely well. But do keep in mind though, when we were shooting at the more, I'd say, short telephoto range, like 70, 75, it was at 4.0. So, but still, It was great. It was a great camera. I was actually very shocked by the stability, the image stabilization. It's 4 stops of in-body image stabilization in the camera. I was hand holding at 200 millimeter, and it did a phenomenal job. I mean, for a point-and-shoot camera, hand holding at 200, I think anybody who's using it to record a show, a kids play, or sneaking into a concert, I mean, like you're gonna get some pretty nice footage out of the RX100 Mark VI.
Yeah, like I said, I still sort of stand kind of around the area of I think only people that shoot Sony are going to get it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone outside of the Sony ecosystem is going to look at the camera. I feel like they made it for people like me. That's the reason why I was saying it, because I'm so used to the Sony system. And if I ever did fall in a situation, I would like to have that camera. If I didn't have one at all, right? If I didn't have one at all, and I only had one choice and I had to take something really pocketable, that's what I would choose. But not everyone's in that same situation all the time. So again, my perspective is if you got some cash to burn, I mean, it's a nice camera. Travel people, I definitely see as a possibility. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
It would have been a perfect camera for my dad, because he ended up taking my Canon T3i with a 55 to 210, that kit zoom lens, with him to Vietnam, and I was like, "Are you sure don't want to take 2 lenses, and 18 to 55 and the 55 to 210?" Like, no, I'll take the telephoto range, because that's something that I can get a better quality of instead of using my iPhone, because he's going to use his iPhone for the wide stuff and the telephoto stuff with the Canon T3i. So after the RX100 Mark VI was announced, I was like, man, this would have been a perfect camera for my dad. It's not as big and clunky as like a DSLR. It's a tiny little pocket-sized camera. It goes from 24 to 200. It would have been perfect for him. So I think for anybody like my dad, it's a great camera. Fantastic, all-in-one, great travel camera.
I think that's where it fits. But I think, in my opinion, I think with the vlogging aspect of it, it's dicey. It was really interesting. It was really interesting because you remember the little pistol grip, the little shooting grip. I thought it was brand new, and then Michael rolls up, flexing that pistol grip. I'm like, what the heck? He already got the pistol grip. He's walking around with it. I'm like, when'd you get that? He's like, I already had it. It was already out. I was like, I didn't even know.
So the one he has was for like the action cameras that
they just changed the color. They just changed the color.
I was like, so you got the prototype, Michael. You got the hookup, Michael Pierce.
Yeah, he already had it. I was like, man, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, I still think they should have really hit. The audio was always a thing. I know some people say it's a point and shoot camera, but my criticism is that yes, it's a point and shoot camera, but this point and shoot camera has 4K HL hybrid log gamma.
S-Log 3.
I'm like, what kind of point and shoot does that, right? Because a point and shoot, the idea behind a point and shoot in my mind is you leave it on auto and you just shoot with it, right? But this thing has so much ability inside of the camera. And I felt that the audio was a component they could have maybe found a workaround. I mean, obviously, the only solution would be to do a separate audio recording, but I don't think anyone wants to deal with doing separate audio.
Unless you're art of photography, then.
True.
All right, Danny, let's go ahead and jump into the questions, and then we'll move on to open Q&A. Go ahead.
What's happening now? All right. Is the stabilization on the RX106 or the RX100 Mark VI on par with something like the 5-axis stabilization in the GH4? What? GH4 has stabilization? Doesn't have stabilization. I wouldn't be able to compare the Panasonic stabilization with the RX100, unfortunately. PhotoMeX using talking about that. Should have had f1.8, the lack of the ND filter, Garbatrage IBIS, same crap battery, same 5-minute 4K recording, no mic jack for 200 more. Yikes. Lucky Never saying the 4K recording limit is a big letdown. Kartik Jayaraman is echoing the same feelings on that. 4.0, the Post Color blog saying the 4.0 aperture isn't that bad on the longer length, but man, oh man, the price on the Mark VI can't justify it. Hey, but you know what? The RX100 Mark V definitely is taking a little dip on the price. Wilson Vera, which is better, Sony 10 to 18 f4 or the Sigma 16mm f1.4? That is a good question. That's a good video idea. I should write that down. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it. I don't have an answer for you yet, Wilson.
You were using a 16 though over the weekend. How'd you like it?
For video right now, digging it. I will have to shoot some photos though because I need to get some more usage.
I don't know, Danny. That video quality with that lighting yesterday in your video looked pretty dope.
Yeah, really liked it. I was gonna use the Sigma 16 for this, but I felt in terms of the spacing that I have in here, I just stuck with the Rokinon 12mm that I have. But yeah. No, this is this. No, I take that back. This is the Sigma 16.
I was gonna say, I was like, that bokeh at 1.4 looks.
Yeah,
1.4.
I'm so stupid. Yeah, it's the Sigma 16.
Let's see.
I thought I took it up.
Let's see. Where did you leave off? Jose Sanchez. Nothing is wrong with $1,000 camera that takes pics only, but you got a nice phone that can take nice pics, checks email, and does video chat, and have 2 cameras for the same price.
I'm telling. Sony needs to incorporate the PS4 inside of their RX100 Mark VI.
Hold on, we're missing out. We were missing out on the E3 press conference. Maybe.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Let's see. Photomiac says, so what if it has hybrid log camera? It's still a point and shoot.
Yeah, it still is.
Kartik says the 10 to 18 has a lot of distortion in video.
It does.
Yeah. Have we gone through the RX100 questions? Are we mixing it up with like open Q&A right now?
Yeah, we're just mixing it at this point, man.
Okay, so let's do it. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into open Q&A #QA. Let us know if you have any questions. We're gonna be answering questions for the next 5 minutes, and in the last 5 minutes, Vivian will be announcing the giveaway winner. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's see here. Alex Sandoval says, go watch Brick Conti video he dropped on the RX6. Pretty dope stuff. I did. I can't believe he got the grip and everything too.
Lucky Never, do you guys think the color science on the 6 and the 5 are close, or the A7 III are close? I would have to do side-by-side testing if you really wanted to check that out.
It's honestly tough to test it in that environment. I mean, it looked different for sure, but it looked good to me though. The RX100 Mark VI looked good.
I don't know, man. I'm not. I feel like it's another thing I would have to learn personally, as far as like understanding the different color science. I'd hate to be commenting on something I really have not a lot of experience with. So, yeah.
Joshua Carino, what do you guys think of the OG A7? Again, we are primarily focused on the Series 2, Series 3 cameras. That's where we kind of hop on the train on. A7, A7 II, autofocus. We're not too quite sure about that stuff. So
the A7, what I would just say, if you're getting, I don't know if you're trying to buy it. I mean, if you can get this camera for really cheap, I don't think it's bad. It's a bad idea. Yeah. Especially if you're just shooting stuff that's not, standard non-moving subject, I think it's still fine. It's a full frame sensor. I mean,
yeah, but just so you know, everything, all the good things that you've been hearing about Sony, I mean, it's come from the recent years, Series 2 and Series 3 cameras, not so much on the original A7 and the A7 II.
Yeah. Larry Bully, would you still pick the RX100 Mark VI over the 5?
It's definitely tough. Definitely tough. I still choose the 5. I would still choose the 5.
Right. It is a difficult situation. I still prefer the 5, but there's aspects of the 6 that I like too, which is really frustrating.
Yeah. They're 2 different cameras, Danny.
Yeah, they're... Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless. To be 100% honest, it's pointless for me. There's no need for me to even have that camera, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. It's just yes. Anyways, Hoodie Nation, why can't you view the raw files? It's just because the metadata inside of the RX100 Mark VI doesn't. I guess Lightroom and Capture One hasn't updated to read the metadata of the raw file, right? Danny, is that the issue we were running into yesterday?
I don't know the technical jargon behind it, but just right now, the best way to put it, the raw files can't be read yet by these by like Lightroom or Capture One right now. Even though it's
.arw file, it happens with any new Sony cameras. It's just we have to wait until Adobe or Capture One
probably in a couple weeks, maybe before the launch comes out. There might be a update.
Yeah. And Jason dropping $10. Shameless plug. Monday show. Wikimedia.
Wait, what? What is this?
Monday show.
What is this? Oh my god. We have a Wikipedia page now?
Nice.
Dude, Jason, what the heck? That's awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Although you should put slash potato. Have a potato
Well,
somewhere.
He can add that in as like some random stuff. But hey, folks, if you're on a computer, you should check it out. And if you really dig the show and you want to add in like the inside jokes and stuff like that, I don't know if you're able to have other people edit it, but Jason, can you share that screen? Jason, did you go to the site?
Yes, I did.
Are you able to do a screen share?
How do I do that? Screen share. Application window. Okay. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
And I'll talk again, so the screen will come back.
So right now I see the little screen you're showing right there.
Nice. Very cool.
This is the wiki for the Almighty Monday Show Live. As well. Asians in the world. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Dude, that's cool. All right.
See, JP Cassiano, QA, I checked out the Ronin Assassin gear. I was love at first sight, but I heard mixed things about not working with Sony. Have you guys confirmed it's fully operational on Sony's? So what they're saying is the follow focus will not work natively with Sony. It only currently works with Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic. What they're saying is, what DJI is saying is, Sony is not really giving them, I guess, the blueprint, the codes, I don't know, whatever it is to help the gimbal communicate with the camera. So Zhiyun is running into that issue as well. You need an external follow focus on the Sony. Unless like DJI, you'll be needing an external follow focus in order to control the focus on your Sony lenses. So that's kind of unfortunate, but other cameras, Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, they will work natively with the Ronin S follow focus.
All right, Darren Miles headed out already. Darren Miles,
see you later, man. Sunny Florida. It's kind of, well, it's not sunny right now because it's late at night.
I know. Let's see here. Ryan Bandy, what would be a good sharp zoom lens under $1,000? Man, if you're talking full frame, they're all kind of
over that price.
Yeah. The 24-105 is a good one, but it's over $1,000, unfortunately.
Okay. We're going to read off a few more Q&As, and then we'll do the announcement. Jose Zamora, camera recommendation for taking sports events, concert that don't allow interchangeable lens cameras. RX10 Mark IV, I believe, would be a pretty good one, right?
Is he looking for just a compact?
Yeah, he just said don't allow interchangeable lens.
Okay, yeah, the RX10 Mark IV. Definitely.
Fathom Rocker says, ugh, E3 is so disappointing, guys. Oh, what a shame. No, I could have sworn A7S III would drop at E3, but...
Alex Sandoval, Q&A, how come Jason Vong only does Asian weddings? Jason?
We were talking about this, right, Danny? We were talking about this. It's just the clients. They come in. They're more predominantly Asian.
Pady443, has either one of you used the Sony FE35 f2.8? Looking for a portrait street lens. I have not, but I'm going to try to do a rental on that later on and do a comparison with the Rokinon 35-2.8, but I personally have not.
Let's see here. A couple more questions. Okay, hashtag QA. I know you're video guys, but any tips and pointers for someone who's doing first weeding as a photographer? Zoom lens. Use a zoom lens. 24-70, 70-200. Get yourself some zoom lens. Don't worry about prime lenses because you're just focused on capturing the moment. And once you get more comfortable shooting a wedding, you can start experimenting and be more creative with the prime lenses. Danny?
That sounds good as far as recommendation. Sorry, man. I'm just trying to catch another question here.
Okay.
Francisco is asking, what is a good lens for Disneyland for the Alpha 6500 for mostly photography? I don't know about your price. just one lens. I think the 18 to 135 actually.
18 to 135.
Potentially. It's just. I think the range is good. I might try it out. I might be going to Universal Studios. Maybe use it there. We'll see.
Cough, cough with me, right? Anyways.
About when will you compare the Sigma 50mm Art FE against the Sigma 50mm Art with the MC11? I already did the rental on that, so I should be getting it like Wednesday or Thursday. The test. Jason, I think we got to do the winner, man. Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, let's do it. Okay, it is 7:58. We're a little bit over time, but let's do it. Let's announce the giveaway. So, introducing...
Hi. I feel like Vanna White. Anyone knows what I'm talking about? Wait, how do I cast the screen? Jason just up and left.
I left you. I'm sorry. Here, go ahead. So click on this one first.
Okay.
And then go here.
Just be careful of any personal information when you hit screen share.
I know. I'm like,
Oh, no.
You put everyone's personal information on there?
I mean, he does have your vest photo as a background, so.
Yeah,
nice.
It's my wallpaper, by the way.
Nice. Very nice. I'm going to print out that photo on my Canon printer. It's a really big print. I'm going to put it right there.
You guys should have taken it there and then went back to the photo printer and printed it out.
And perfect. My camera just shut off. Wonderful time.
Giving me all the attention now. Okay, so how do I cast the screen?
Okay, so...
Hello, everybody. Hello.
All right, before we cast the screen, we just want to say thank you, everyone, for 50,000 subscribers. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For those of you who are not aware, we are doing a giveaway on a Peak Design strap. This one is the Sony Alpha branded logo Peak Design strap. Very amazing. Can't really find it anywhere else. It's pretty dang rare. The lucky winner will also be winning a Sony Alpha, whatchamacallit, microfiber pouch, along with a tiny little microfiber cloth you can hang on your backpack, as well as a Sony Alpha notebook. So this one lucky winner will be taking away one of these. Yes. And we'll definitely have more giveaways in the future, in the very near future. So this will be the first one.
Here you go, assistant. Hello. So quick rules. So yes, we did a giveaway video. I think it was the last week. And we had a couple of rules. It was easy rules on the videos, but we already closed it all off. And all the rules were basically you have to be subscribed to Jason, then you have to follow him on Instagram, and then you had to leave a comment on that YouTube video that we announced. So what I'm going to do is I'm on a YouTube random comment picker website, and I've already preloaded all of the comments. So we had 1,266 unique commenters.
No way.
So you have a 1 out of 1,266 chance of winning. And then Jason will go ahead. If you are the winner, he will DM you. He'll slide into your DMs on Instagram.
Whoa. It's just a giveaway, guys.
He'll slide into your DMs.
Nothing more than that.
On Instagram. And we'll contact you for all that info, and then we'll package everything up, and I'll send it over. I'll even write a nice note and candy, as promised in the video. So how do I...
do screen share.
And it is international, so whoever gets picked, we're going to ship it out to you. Just make sure, if you are the winner, please respond with your information within 24 hours. If not, then we're going to have to go to the next person. All right.
Okay, so I am now sharing.
Oh,
all right, here we go. So as we all saw here, this is
present to everyone.
Does everyone see the screen?
All right.
Awesome. So here, this is the link. This is the URL for his video. We already filtered all the duplicate people, so we have 1,266 people. So all I have to do is start raffle and pick the random winner.
I'm gonna win. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
And here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my
gosh.
Where's that one camera guy?
Oh, Ezekiel Park.
So Ezekiel Park,
you're the winner.
Congrats on 50K subs. Hoping to win this giveaway, nice. Ezekiel Park. So if you're in the live chat, say hi. If not, we'll DM you at the end of the show.
Yep, here we go.
Congratulations, Ezekiel Park.
Congratulations, Ezekiel.
Yes.
And thank you for supporting us.
Yes.
And hello to everyone in the chat.
Let's go. Let's stop the screen share really quick.
How do I stop it?
Here, I got you.
And someone asked if Danny's 2 times taller than me. I'm really short. So yes, Danny is like a giant. We never took a picture together, but we should next time. Daddy's very tall. I don't know if you watched his video, but when I was shooting him, this was me the whole time. I was like looking up like that. So that's how tall Danny is. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right. Cool. Guys, thank you so much again for 50K for watching the Monday Live. Again, we'll have more giveaways sooner than you think. So be sure to stay subscribed and see when that next giveaway is coming. Someone say Ezekiel moved to North Korea.
Rodell photo losing subs now. Oh god, Jason, end the stream.
God, like 52K back down to 49. Awesome stuff. Okay, Danny, is there anything else you love to tell our lovely viewers?
If you don't know me already, I go by that one camera guy.
Hashtag Garbatrage.
There's gonna be. I've got some lens comparisons coming up down the pipeline on my channel soon, so hopefully I can get those started. Like I said, I rented out a bunch of 50mm lenses. You can do some tests with those, especially with the new Art Series lens. So that's kind of on the radar for me this coming week or so. And just, I don't know, on my channel, just throw in ideas and I'll try to work out a video if I can. So, but yeah, thanks again for the support. Like I said, I also hit 50K subscribers and I really appreciate everyone else that's subscribed to both myself and Jason Vong's channel. So very appreciative.
And again, I'll work on those fire gimbal shots this week. So hopefully it'll be out this week. Everything that Danny shot probably wouldn't make it into the video because it's out of focus, but we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for watching another Monday Live. We'll catch you on next week on Danny's channel. Peace.
Peace. See you later.
Want to say bye?